So, man, were you able to check out the weigh-ins yesterday?
Yeah, I was.
Mm. So, rumor has it that it took Devin Haney 3 times to weigh in the scales. Um, in your experience of making 135 pounds, have you ever dealt with something like that?
Nah, never. Nah, I never had to deal with that. I've always made weight on the first try. Thank God. But it's more of a professional thing where you always have to make sure that you're on point before you hit the official scales. It's sometimes it's pretty hard though because your scale maybe off from the official scale. You know what I'm saying? So you have to try your best to have everything on point.
Right, right. So, man, I know you was a Lomachenko sparring partner for this camp, but also, how many camps have you been able to attend with Lomachenko?
I've had about two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, what was the first one?
First one was he was getting ready for a fight, and it happened to be Jermaine Ortiz. He was getting ready for.
Mm. So you was with him for the last 2 camps.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
So tell me, so I heard some interviews saying that Lomachenko's dad normally does the punch count on drills and in sparring, and people have been talking about his age could be possibly a factor in this fight. But he mentioned that the punch count for him this year has actually been higher. Um, Gearing up to the Jermaine Ortiz camp and this one right here with Devin Haney, what do you see the difference in Lomachenko?
I mean, Lomachenko, he trains hard for every fight, as he should, but obviously with this fight, there's a lot on the line. So, it's a much more intensity, a lot more, you know, just everything was just turned up, yeah, everything was just turned up. Like his power turned up, speed turned up, everything was basically turned up another notch. So, he's taking this fight very seriously. So that was the biggest difference between this one and last camp.
Okay. Okay. Do you think that had to do with the factor of, Jermaine Ortiz kind of already knew his style due to the fact that he was his sparring partner?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so because when you're familiar with somebody in the ring, somebody who's been in the ring with you for like a bunch of times, they essentially know your style a little bit. A real fight is always different, but still at the same time, they know your style, and it's something that they're used to. But it's just with 8-ounce gloves. It's a big difference, but then again, you know, you're a little familiar with that person, so you know what to do and what their weaknesses are and stuff like that. Yeah.
So originally, Lomachenko had started his career at 126 pounds, moved up in weight. He had problems trying to make the fight happen at 26, 30. And now you're a guy that has been around, 35, also 40.
Yeah.
People talk about power at 135 pounds. Could you rate that for us?
Oh man, his power is good. Yeah, Lomachenko's power is real good for a 135 pounder. I've been in the ring with some of the hardest hitters in boxing, and he can punch. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like this power where it's like, oh, boom power, like a Gervonta Davis power. It's more of like a he'll catch you slipping, and
Caught you by
and
surprise.
and it could be night for you. You know what I'm saying? It's very sneaky, very accurate, stunning power.
Mm-hmm. When we talk about this fight right here, without being biased, knowing that you've been around him for 2 camps now, who you gearing up to in this fight?
No, I got Vasil. I got Vasil winning the fight. Respect to Haney, he's a very good fighter. Um, he's a very good fighter, but we just he's never been in the ring with somebody like Vasil. So it's gonna be real interesting. But I got Lomachenko winning the fight due to his experience, and also there's a lot of little things that I noticed about Devin Haney during fight week that he's not he doesn't look like himself. You know what I'm saying? He's not a tough outspoken kid. He's not one of these bad guys or talk. He's a humble young little man. You know what I'm saying? And he's not what he's been doing all fight week. I guess he's trying to get the fight or trying to sell the fight or get into Loma's head, and yeah, that's not gonna work with somebody who's been around for over maybe thousands of fights.
So in the weigh-ins, they had a face-off. He pushed Loma. What as far as did that help him in this fight, or did that just stir up another can of worms?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, bro. I can't wait to watch the fight, man. It's gonna be good, man. All I know is, people do things in order to get in people's heads. People have real beef. They've been respectful to each other the whole camp until the ending of this fight week and stuff like that, where you can see Devin turn it up for no reason when Loma's just been chill, respectful, professional, and so it can play against Devin because it just shows that he ain't mature up there. You feel me? Good ass fighter though, real good boxer. Who knows? He might just pull it off. Who knows, right? But that doesn't mean that he's still as a mature as a Lomachenko. But it's going to be a real good fight, and I think that wasn't necessary.
Mm. Do you see this fight going the distance?
Nah, I don't know. I
Zach,
don't know, man.
I'm a betting man, bro. I need you
You
on
don't make money. You don't make money, man. I don't know what to say. It can. Yeah, it can go the distance. It can, but both these guys are coming to fight, bro. So it's who wants it more. You know what I'm saying? I spoke to some of the top fighters and some of your favorite fighters this weekend. We've all agreed, all us fighters agreed that this fight is going to come down to good condition, experience, and who wants it more. You know what I'm saying? Because they're both smart fighters, so those things are going to come down to it. We said Devin Haney has the youth, and Lomachenko has the experience, so it's going to be good, man. I don't see it. It shouldn't go distance, but we'll see what happens.
I've been studying this fight, and I studied their last opponents. Studied Devin Haney and Cambosa. Studied Jermaine Ortiz and Lomachenko. In this fight, I noticed that Devin Haney does not have a great inside game. He kind of plays the part of Floyd Mayweather is get your shot off first, clinch, without feeling the game plan here. How good is Lomachenko in that clinch? And when you guys are sparring, are you guys working all the way through that clinch, or are you guys separating?
What I can say is though is Devin Haney, he's definitely not Floyd Mayweather. Not when it comes to the inside, because he doesn't have an inside game. But he's very good on the outside. But throughout camp, when me and Lomachenko were sparring, yo, I'm gonna tell you something. I can't really tell you anything. It was good. It was good work, man. It was great work, and you can see from Vasil's fights that he's real good on the inside. He's real good on the outside. The inside, you can see with Comey, what he did to Comey on the inside. You can see what he did to Leonardo, Pedraza, right in front of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he's good, man. And obviously, of course, when we're sparring, we're gonna happen to be on the inside. So we work, man. We put in work, and I feel that both fighters are gonna be ready for tonight. Whether it's on the inside or outside, both fighters are gonna be ready tonight. Who knows? Devin Haney might pop out nowhere and just be nice with it on the inside from working hard in camp or something, but that don't happen in one camp.
Gotcha. Stablemate right here.
Yo, my man Kyrone.
Kyrone, he mentioned that he got Loma in this fight. Why you got Loma in this fight?
I just think that it's one of those fights where, like, like Devin to me is like a sharp, wild fighter. If that makes sense. No, it's
Awkward,
like
sharp fighter.
it's not the same as like when we watching like Shakur, right? We watching Shakur, it's like it's placed different. The punches land different. I think that I see a lot of slapping from Haney with his hook. He throws the right hand, the elbows like real high. It's like it's sharp, but it's not like efficient. Yeah, it's like it's sharp, but it's not efficient to me. For my eyes, I think that low punches be so short, and it be in combinations that you don't expect them to be up and down. And that leaning over that Devin Haney likes to do when it starts to get real close, he starts chopping down the body on the opposite side. I don't know. When I'm watching them fight, and I just watch them fight like both of those guys. You know, I was just trying to see if I could figure it out before it happens. And I'm like, it just feels like to me that Loma's gonna be like a step or two faster in the mid range and the short range, and the outside game is not even going to be like a factor because I don't think he can hurt him from the outside.
Shout out to Charlo in the live as well.
Yeah, yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This guy, yo, shout out to everybody, but this guy, for some reason, Devin Haney, he reminds me of like a Devin Alexander with a lot
I
better
can see
defense.
that. I can see that.
That's what he reminds me of, bro. You know that pop from the outside, pop, but not really so much knockout power, but a good snap to his punches and good defense. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see.
I mean,
It's gonna be a good fight.
What I
Kyrone,
of how I could see Devin winning is if Loma is just like complacent and doesn't push the action, and Devin's able to steal rounds with using the jab and like kind of bullshitting him to the, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I can see it. Like, I can't see him pressing Loma and like that's how the fight go.
Yeah, I don't see it like that either. And I'm gonna tell you, Brazil is far from a Cambosis. You know what I'm saying? Cambosis couldn't do anything.